not working, and I don't give a shit. Like, this is stupid. I hope they can hear you, and I hope he can hear me, because that's it. I'm done.
Oh, we got to clap.
Oh, yeah. Damn it.
Go ahead.
1, 2, 3. Jesus.
One,
Did you
two,
clap when I
three.
clapped? Sometimes
Stop,
I think
stop.
you're
You
joking.
do it every time.
It doesn't seem
One,
real.
two, three, clap.
It just seemed more delayed than usual.
It was perfect that time.
It was
Yeah.
when I clapped with you.
No, when I clapped with you.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Disclaimer. Everything we say is a joke.
How do you differentiate between a behavior that requires discipline and one that's simply a stage of development? Why do you make me read it and you don't even listen? Now you're reading it
I'm a visual learner. um,
again.
I
This is going to be a long podcast.
think I got my water.
I think I need extra water in my water.
I was drinking mules last night at that party. I bought the expensive ginger beer to try it. It has like no
Which
bite
kind?
at
We
all.
use Fever Tree. It's yum yum.
Yeah, that one.
Mhm.
Really good. It's expensive as fuck
Yeah, it is. I don't serve it to other people.
though. No, I didn't serve it to anyone. Like, what are you drinking? Shut up. There's beer in the fridge. It's really good though. It goes down very easy. It's not.
I
It doesn't
know.
have that like bite to it.
You know it doesn't have alcohol, right?
No, I put alcohol. Fuck are you talking about? But I did a taste test with Joy and Daisy both, and they both preferred the cheap one, the Kroger brand.
Probably because it's sweeter.
No, it's not. It just has that bite. I couldn't really tell a difference except after, it kind of
Mm,
hits you in the back of the throat a little bit.
I should do a comparison, but whatever. I have a funny for you. The brought us some like sodas over. God, what's the name? It's an Asian soda. It has the little marble in the top. Do you know what I'm
Oh
talking
yeah,
about?
the
Yeah.
Japanese sodas. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And Jason and I were, I just opened the thing and started to, and I was like, what's this? What, how do you open
And
this?
why?
And I told Jason, I can't get it open.
The real question: why do they do this? This seems like a lot of production
And
to
so then
just
I gave
open.
it to Jason to try to open, and he's all looking at the little cap thing. Doing it. And then I picked up the, thing. I was like, oh, it has instructions, but it had torn. And so I couldn't, I was like,
Uh,
well, the kids all took them in there. Go ask the kids if they know.
did they know?
Jason walks in, and the one girl is holding her bottle, and she has the cap, and she's like pushing down on the little cap thing, and he's like, "Are you
You
able
got to
to?"
push really hard.
He asked her, "Are you able to get it
Yeah.
open?" And she said, "I'm not an idiot." And gets it open, and Jason's like, "Okay," and walks out. He's like, "Now I know how to
I'm glad someone's not an idiot. That's pretty funny.
It was. Jason told me I'm not an idiot. I guess I am. It was funny.
Mm.
Luckily, they know how to do it. We wouldn't have been much help. I thought Jason was about to go get like a screwdriver and a hammer. I'm gonna get this thing open, god damn it.
Yeah, I can't remember when we first had those, or when Daisy first had them. I don't drink it.
I mean, after we did that, I remember having it before, but I don't remember where or when. I had forgotten about the whole marble thing. It might have been Joy got it for us one time.
Maybe. Seems like a lot to do in making a bottle to put stuff in.
There isn't even that much in it.
It's not like you can get the marble out. Like, I don't understand. Like, what do you? What's the point? Weird. I mean, not much in it is. That's how they live in other
Yeah.
countries.
I mean, for the work, the effort. This
They come
effort.
here like, what the fuck? Who needs 44 ounces of Coke?
Nobody. Nobody.
44, that's the small.
No one said anything about need.
That's true. It's crazy.
I remember Joy when she when she first lived with me, and she's like, I've never seen so much cereal. Like that junk cereal.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Cereal and cheese.
A whole aisle at the grocery store, all the cereal.
Of course, in San Antonio, we have a whole aisle of tortillas. Then we go to
Yeah,
other
that's
places,
true.
and I'm like, where are the tortillas? I can't find tortillas. They're not with the
Right there.
bread.
You're getting mission tortillas. That's all they have.
What? You're not making them right there in the store? I love you, HEB.
HEB's a cool one. It's a good grocery store for sure.
I mean, the food they make on site is really
Oh yeah, it's good.
good.
Their tamales are good.
Hmm. And then they'll do the boils outside sometimes too.
Yeah, that's right. Those were good. Now they owe us money.
They do.
We just sponsored them.
Uh,
Or they, you sponsored us, unbeknownst to you.
oh, the question. How do you differentiate between a behavior that requires discipline and one that's simply a stage of development?
Stages of development also require discipline.
Discipline, yeah, that's
Well, like, oh, it's just a stage of development. Let him keep stabbing the cat.
right.
No, you have to discipline him.
Oh, he doesn't know it hurts you because it doesn't hurt him. So
Make it hurt him.
stop stabbing the cat. Or better yet, pinch. This is how you're gonna feel if you keep stabbing things.
Right. I mean, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. It can be a stage of development, but you are still a parent.
And we don't need to differentiate.
No. You can understand why they're acting that way, but you can't excuse
Right.
it.
No excuses.
That's right. All right, done. Kids often test boundaries as they grow. When is it a phase and when does it need a more structured approach?
When it annoys the
They're
shit out of
testing
you.
boundaries as a phase. It needs a structured approach. I don't know what you mean.
I mean, Linus was constantly testing boundaries. Get off of the, don't climb up on the wall. I'm not climbing. I'm
No,
not.
I told I don't do that.
I
I
know.
Daisy would do that, and I'm like, it's the same thing. You know what a fucking means. So I don't care. We're not playing that
I
game.
was always a little nicer.
I know. I was not. There's no fucking way we're doing that. Sorry. I said this. You understand the meaning behind it.
I mean, the way to get through to Linus is to ask him if he's stupid. Are you stupid?
I guess that's the polite way to do it. I would say you're stupid. You don't understand how language works. We're not writing a legal contract. I'm telling you what not to do. Go fuck yourself.
I remember when Linus was had climbed that tree next to our house,
Mm.
and then he was afraid to get down, and Luke says, "Wait a minute," and goes running over with a baseball bat. And I'm like,
I'm gonna knock him out the tree.
"That's
Wait
not
a
gonna
minute, I got you. Better now, dumbass.
Put the bat down, Luke, and then help him out of the tree." Was that a stage of development, or was he stupid?
It doesn't matter. You discipline him either way, right?
Tell him no about the baseball bat.
What was he gonna do with the baseball bat?
I don't know. I made him put it down.
I would let him do it, see what he's gonna do. He's probably gonna try to get him to hold on to it. Like that's gonna help.
Of course, you were like, don't let Daisy jump off the cushion that's on the floor because she might, that table that's next to her might flip over and she'll impale herself. Like, are you kidding?
I was a little cautious.
I'm just looking at you. Okay. Meanwhile, my kids are like, "Whoa! Let's see if we can jump out of this tree."
In fairness, they were your second and third.
Yeah,
I think I'd be more lenient with the next one. I wouldn't give a shit. Whatever. But when we were in Boston, Daisy did off that playground thing. She was walking and looking at something else and fell off the top of the playground
Did
thing
she
flat on
impale
her.
herself?
No, but we took her to the hospital. She had like her whole side of her face was fucked
Did
up.
she need stitches?
No,
What'd they do at the hospital?
they bandaged it, cleaned it, bandaged it.
Oh, yeah, because you couldn't do that.
We were in Boston. I didn't have anything. I didn't
They
bring a
have
medical kit with.
drugstores,
I
and
did after that.
they do have drugstores. You weren't like in a third world country. I'm in the desert. I must take her to a hospital.
Third world countries also
That's true.
have drugstores.
That's true. I'm in the wilderness. Let's get her to a hospital. I bet if you're in the
It was
wilderness,
pretty
there's no
bad.
hospital.
I mean, it was like 6 feet high. She landed on her
I guess
face.
I took Lane when he hurt himself. Of course, he did
You're
have to have
blurry.
stitches. Blurry schmurly.
Now you're more blurry. Quit blurry. There it is. That's better.
Is that better?
Yeah. That when that girl hugged her and knocked her on the back of her head, she did get stitches in her head for that.
Daisy did?
Yeah,
I don't remember her having to have stitches.
yeah, in her head. Because the girl like hugged her and she fell backward and like cracked her head open. Stop loving my child. Joy thought I was gonna be mad at the kid. Like, what? Why would I be mad at a kid for hugging her?
'Cause
Mad at
you're
her for not standing and balancing.
Why'd you let her knock you down? Hit her back.
you're, you're way
Hug her
bigger than
back.
her.
Hug her
Hug her
back.
back. No, I wasn't mad at any. What was the other thing they were in? That car accident. But Daisy was fine in that. Joy's the one that got messed up by
Joy.
the airbag.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
looked like you had been abusing her again.
That's what Daisy looked like when she fell off the goddamn playground.
Uh,
I'm sure there's pictures somewhere.
I mean, Luke used to fall down all the time. He'd get up with blood running down his legs, like, let's keep
Yeah,
playing.
that's true. I remember him falling down one time and being like, oh, like Jesus. His leg must be broken. This is not going to be good. It's the only time I've ever seen him do that. Uh-oh.
Go to the hospital. It's
Yeah.
Luke, and he's hurt.
He felt something. It must be horrible. So,
So did we answer that?
I think so.
I'm gonna check it
Tell them
out.
not to test their boundaries. That's not a thing. Don't indulge them like Natalie. Am I climbing? Am I climbing? Am I pinching? Am I pinching? Don't play their games. They're silly little games.
The next one's not a bad question.
Hold on.
Slow down.
Professional. Sometimes.
You need to make it frozen so you drink it slower.
I'll get a liquor headed. I know how to ratio in my regular cup. It's got markings on
You're
it.
not using your 44-ounce one.
No, I fill it up to the little pink line.
I feel like this is coming off. But he's so slow and he's not crying.
I'm not slow. It took me an hour to get ready to start. It's one on here. Right. Is it more effective to discipline immediately after a misstep, or is it better to wait for a moment of calm to address the behavior? Immediately.
Unless you're not
Fixing it.
calm.
Yeah, if you're not
If you're not calm, then wait.
If you feel like you might abuse the child, walk away. Go breathe for a minute.
Or get them to walk away. You must leave my sight for the next 10 minutes. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm about to blow a gasket.
It does help, I find, to say, I'm getting really angry. That somehow makes me less angry when I say that.
What if you were to say, I'm about to lose it? Is that the same
I've
thing?
never said that. I don't
Uh,
know.
I have said that.
I usually just lose it.
I'm going to lose it if you don't walk away right now.
Yeah. Describing your feelings actually helps. It's weird.
Yeah, but
I
first
don't
you
know
have
if
to
you watched
realize you have feelings.
if you watched the new Bill Burr thing yet or not.
God, no. I can't stand him.
He has this whole bit where he's talking about men and their feelings, and he's like, all they have is I'm angry or I'm fine. That's all he said. Everything else in the middle is all this stuff that's just gay.
It's true.
It is true.
I hate him.
You should watch it. You'd like
No,
it.
I refuse.
This guy's like me. I don't like him. So yeah, I think immediate's good.
Unless you're not calm.
Right. Yeah. You always have to assess your own feelings first.
And it
Um,
depends on their age, because if they're like 2 years old, they're not going to remember tomorrow. You
what does that mean? You can lose it?
know? Hmm,
They won't remember.
that's a
I
thought
can take the shit out of them.
If you want to abuse your child, never mind, it's a joke. It's a joke.
Oh, we didn't. We forgot our disclaimer. Everything we say is a joke. Not serious. Nothing's ever actually happened.
We need to put that in the opening.
Yeah.
What minutes are we
Joking,
on?
joking, joking.
28 minutes. Find that.
Always just joking. Um, how can we encourage positive behavior without overpraising or creating dependence on external validation? Let's start with the first part, overpraising.
I
This
don't
is
see
Natalie's
anything wrong with
favorite thing.
overpraising. If you overpraise enough, they start to question themselves.
It's a weird it's a weird thing to do. I think your children would agree. Except Linus. He'd be like, yeah, I am the best. My mom tells me I'm the best at everything. I'm the best drummer ever.
So my friend told me the other day, she's like, "You're so weird, Natalie, because you go from like, I really love my kids, they're so smart," from that, and then in the next sentence you're like, "They think they're so great. They're not so great as everyone thinks they are."
It's true. It's very true. Don't know what gave them that idea.
I can tell them
Yeah.
they're smart, but I also tell them there's a
You
lot of people.
also.
I also tell them there's a lot of people smarter than they are.
I don't know. You're weird.
You're really smart, but you're not that smart. There's other people smarter.
It's like as soon as they start to believe you, like You're a fucking idiot. What are you talking about? No, you never say that. I'm there to say that for you. I'm the balance.
Lane was really smart because he told me I can't believe anything you say.
True. You told me I'm good at this. I failed. I'm not good at it.
He's like, I can't live up to your standards,
And I told him she doesn't have standards. Whatever you do, she's gonna think is the best.
Mom.
If you're driving the car and you drive it into a tree, she's gonna be like, "Well, he's the best at driving into trees." I'm so proud of my boy. Did you see how that tree fell down?
Next time you want a tree down, let me know. I'll send Lane
Other
right
people can't
over.
drive into trees like Lane.
I heart Lane.
He's a good boy.
He did call me out on it.
Yeah, it's it can be. I could see how it could be problematic. I mean, I guess I grew up with it too.
Your wife sees how it was
Yeah,
problematic.
you create a bunch of little narcissists running around. That's what you did.
Well, they know what unconditional love is.
That's true. I love you.
Love, 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 love.
They might not know what love is, but they know what unconditional love is.
What about dependence on external validation? Every kid should get picked on at least once in their lives.
No, I don't think that's a problem. I think that's a natural part of growing up in
Mhm.
society. Now, for me, this is more about depending on yourself. You know, we talked about meditation, I think, before,
Oh, yeah.
that kind of thing.
You mean
Like,
when we didn't do this episode last week?
no, I just mean in other. I think we talked about it. I think that, and I don't know. To me, that's more about not self-assured. That's what's the word? Self-confidence. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to be confident in yourself. But the overpraising, I think, might actually undermine the self-confidence
I agree.
to a degree.
I
Yeah,
mean, I
yeah,
agree with that. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that's also one of the reasons why, like with the music and stuff, I wouldn't let them quit, just quit. I didn't let my kids go, I'm going to try this out for a month and then say, no, I don't want to do that anymore. No, you're going to
Well, you
do
did
it.
let them quit.
No, you let Daisy quit.
They weren't dependent on Daisy.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were.
Well, maybe I'll make her do it
I
again.
know. I'm about to start making mine do it again.
Are you?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Over the summer at least.
yeah. That's a good idea.
But anyway, but then they got to see that just because they're not great at something when they first start doesn't mean they can't get better through practice and hard work.
Right. That's right.
So, in other words, I don't expect you to be perfect, and I don't think you're perfect from day one.
No.
You are where you are, and if you want to do better, you can.
Or even if you don't,
Mhm. Yeah,
you will.
you will. But I think it's important to that. I mean, that's the whole title of the show, right? Not crying, not trying. Like you have to
That's right.
persevere. You know,
Yeah.
push yourself. Don't just give up when you fail once. You know.
Hmm. Yeah. No, I remember when, I mean, classic example, right? Daisy fell off her bike and she's like, I don't want to ride anymore. No, you get back on the fucking bike.
Yeah,
That's not
yeah.
an option.
Hmm.
The only option is to get back on right now. I don't want to. I don't care.
Hmm.
Do it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like when you
Yeah.
fall on the treadmill, you get right back on and keep maybe slow it down a little.
Yeah.
You're not going to be a marathon runner on day one.
I've never fallen on a treadmill. I don't think that's really a thing.
To fall on the treadmill? I never told you the
No.
story.
I mean, I know you've probably fallen on a treadmill or just walking across the room.
But I get up and I walk again.
That's right. You're not like, well, here I am. I guess this is where I'll be now.
Sometimes I fall just standing. Everyone's like, where'd she go? Down
Yeah.
here.
Aren't you gonna go to bed? Nope, I fell. That's it for me. Y'all bring me food, please. Somebody bring me something to pee in.
And it's nice to have people around you that appreciate you for those things.
For
Look, I can
falling.
laugh at her because that's not me. Stop looking at your phone.
Shut up. Can't see what I'm doing.
That was a good question.
That was a good question. First time I ever saw it.
It's the first time I remember seeing it. When do you focus on explaining the why behind a rule versus just enforcing the rule? I pretty much always have explained the why. I mean, I guess it depends on the rule. Some of them I feel like maybe don't require an explanation. But like,
Sometimes you
don't
just
hit.
tell them their opinion doesn't matter. Nobody asked you. Shut the fuck up.
I'm ready to go home now.
Everybody values my opinion at home. Well, I don't. I'm disciplining my daughter. Shut up. Not gonna argue with you.
I mean, he's heard me and Jason many times say "butt out" Linus.
Yeah, that's basically what I said.
I know,
Children are meant to be seen, not
butt
to be
out,
heard.
not your.
He was so pissed off.
He was. He told me about it.
Oh
I
yeah.
hate Choco Lake.
What an asshole. Mind your own fucking business. That should be one of the rules in life. Don't be an asshole and mind your own business.
Those are good rules.
Yeah.
I might have to add them to the whiteboard.
First one's Willie Nelson's rule. It's his only rule.
Don't be an
Don't be
asshole.
an asshole. I'm like, well, I'm out.
That's why we're not
Sorry.
friends with Willie.
That's right. We'll do what we can, but change who you are. No, I'm okay. Yeah.
I mean, even Lane was when he was little that one time, what was he, 2 or 3, and he's like cussing in the grocery store with his little toys, you know. Damn you, no, damn you, fuck you, his little
Um,
thing. And I told him to stop.
mm,
And he just looked at me and started saying it louder. And I said, Lane, stop saying that. And he said, why can't we say those words? And I was sitting there like, yeah, why can't we say
Yeah. There's no reason. It's a
Yeah.
societal norm. There are societal norms that we have to adhere to
Well,
if we want to get along in
I told him it
society.
hurts some people's feelings the same way calling them a bad name does.
Uh,
And he stopped doing it when I said, so there, I explained the reason why.
but that's not the real reason.
It is for me.
It doesn't hurt their feelings.
Yes, it does.
I don't think it does.
I think it does.
Well, pussy's notwithstanding. It's because there are societal norms, and you
Well,
have to live by these
well, he
norms
didn't
in
ask
order to
why does it
engage in
hurt their
society.
feelings. That would be your answer. It hurts their feelings because of societal norms.
I also never tried to teach anybody that other people's feelings were all that important.
Thank God you never had boys.
Yeah, it would be bad.
Hmm.
Mm, no, I yeah, I think it's important to explain the why. I do.
Yeah. Well, it's also important
But
for you to think of the why too. When you make up a rule, don't just make a rule up just because.
I don't make up a lot of
Not
rules,
you. I'm
honestly.
talking. So, so how
I
about
don't
this?
have a lot of
This one,
rules.
I had a friend one time, and her son was making a peanut butter sandwich, and he took the knife and put it in the peanut butter. Then he took the same knife and he put it in the jelly. And the father came running in the room. You never use a knife in the jelly, only a spoon.
What?
You can only use spoons in the jelly. Knives are for peanut butter. Spoons. And she's like, and she did it. She's like, what? Why? And he's like, and he stopped. He's like, that's what my mother always told me. And I'm like, I know why your mom said that because she didn't want you mixing peanut butter into the
You
jelly.
mix the peanut butter and jelly anyway. They actually sell now peanut butter and jelly mixed.
But back then, she didn't want him getting any peanut butter in her jelly, so she told him you
What
can only
difference
use
does it make?
spoons. That makes it easy, right? That's an easy rule for a kid to follow. But he never
I
asked
guess.
why. His son
Yeah.
asked why. All he knew is that's the rule. Knives are bad in jelly.
Do you even have peanut butter and jelly in your house?
We have a jar of peanut butter, I think. It's probably like 20 years old.
I mean, I've got like an old one that I keep for survival situations, peanut butter, but that's it. There's a guy at work that comes in and every day he has a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and some chips for lunch. And I'm like,
God, that
how
sounds
fucking
so
old are you?
boring. That's funny. We went to the cafeteria at work and my friend got chicken nuggets. And I'm like, how old are you?
Very weird. It's very
I am
weird.
with my salmon and salad, and she's like, "Here's my chicken," and they look like the crappy little frozen chicken nuggets. That's not even real chicken.
Yeah. Hold on, you froze up for a second. There you
You did
go.
too.
Okay.
That was
Yeah,
funny.
I don't understand. I mean, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich just sounds fucking horrific to me.
It's
Peanut
better.
butter by
It's better
itself,
if you
I could
dunk it
I
in
could see.
milk.
Yuck. Just jelly. I don't know. I don't understand
Y'all
people
don't
who
have
eat jelly.
y'all used to have jelly, right?
Mm-mm.
You never put
The
jelly
only
on.
jelly we had was came up here to climb one of my friend
Hmm.
um, from Texas came up to climb one of the 14 or whatever
My
14.
friend from Texas.
Not originally from Texas, but he could be.
I know.
And he bought jelly because he made peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I think I had my. I think I have some peanut butter. It might be back from
Oh yeah, we
2020
do
or
have
something.
peanut butter because I would put it in the kids' breakfast smoothies.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Hmm.
Yeah, and he bought jelly, some fancy jelly, and I think it's still in the
We
fridge. And
have
that was like
gel.
a year and a half
We
ago.
have apple jelly because every once in a while I'll do the tortillas with a little butter and apple jelly like Grandma used to.
No,
It makes me think of Grandma.
butter and sugar. That's okay.
Grandma didn't do that.
No, but all the Mexicans in San Antonio do.
Butter and apple jelly.
Yeah,
All the Mexicans
not.
and
I'm not a fan of jelly. I guess it's the point. It's kind of gross.
but MREs, yum.
Never eaten them. They're just in there.
remember remember Papa's cans? It just said meat.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And he'd be in his
And he'd buy
shed.
those beers that just said beer, like a white label beer.
He had a whole wall of them. Meat and beer. What is that? I didn't even want to try it when I see
I'm
him.
sure we ate it. It was probably in that nasty stew Grandma used to make. What are we having? Stew. Oh. Oh no, not the stew.
I have to go to the bathroom.
No wonder we were so fucking skinny. Can't eat any of this shit. Hey, we're making burgers today. Oh no. It's like gristle, big hunks
Beer
of
and gristle. You're gonna pour a can of beer into your hamburger. Each hamburger has one full can of beer. We're like, ow, ow.
it.
Luckily, I'm a little drunk. It doesn't hurt so much.
Jesus, that was crazy. Their food was so bad. I mean, that's why we'd eat. That's why I still like frozen burritos to this day. Yum!
I'm
This
making
is the
y'all
good
pizza.
food.
Let me take this frozen pizza and put it in the microwave with some American cheese on it. It's all soggy.
Those
We're
little
like,
square pepperonis
this
on
is the best meal Grandma's ever made.
it. And it was.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, she's Mexican. She must have made good food. No.
Mm,
No.
I did not learn to cook from
She
my
used a lot
grandmother
of
or
Crisco
my mother.
in her cooking. I remember that big old vat of Crisco.
Mom, remember when I made refried beans
No.
and our mother came in and dumped a bunch of Crisco in?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Like, what are you doing? They were good. Are these the poison beans or the good beans? Crisco.
That's why I started cooking.
Yeah, I know.
I would read books about people eating good food. I wanted to know what it tasted
Wait, food's supposed to taste good?
like. That's why we would
I
always
didn't
go.
know that.
We would just eat the vegetables straight out of the garden, uncooked and everything, because they were better
Oh,
that
they were
way.
so good.
So
The
much.
strawberries? God.
The tomatoes. I
The
just cannot
tomatoes.
stop thinking about the tomatoes. Every day I
Great
wake up going,
tomatoes.
I wish I could have a real tomato.
I'm telling you, in Greece, that's what they. I didn't even remember until I ate it. And I was like, It came back like that. I was like, holy shit, this is what tomatoes tasted like.
I want to go
There's
to
no
Greece
grainy
just for the
feeling. They're sweet. They're
Oh my
juicy.
God.
Like, so fucking delicious. Somebody's ordering a salad because I'm getting more tomatoes while we're here. Jesus Christ.
You should have just gone to
I
the
don't know what
grocery
they
store
do,
and
but
gotten tomatoes to snack on.
Joy doesn't like tomatoes here. But in
Because
fucking
they
Greece,
don't
she
taste
did.
like anything.
No, they don't have any flavor and they have that grainy texture. Like,
Well,
they're
it
not
depends on the
supposed to have
kinds you
that.
get. They're not all grainy. Tell her to quit buying that kind of tomato.
They're pretty grainy.
I know what you're talking about, that grainy.
Oh, yeah. Mm, mm, mm. I tried to grow them in our garden. That little indoor hydroponic thing I have, they wouldn't grow.
No, that sucks.
With the big ones, the expensive ones that I bought. Nothing grows in them.
Really? Hmm.
The small ones do really well with the herbs and that kind of shit, but the big ones don't really do well. It's weird.
Hmm.
Mm.
Well, I've put together a plan to make my own.
Yeah, I know.
You can buy the
See,
timer and
10
everything.
years.
It's like it's already been done. It's all thought out in my
Exactly.
head.
Yeah, there you go.
Been there, done that.
The
On to
trouble
the
with me
next
is the
project.
plastics. Like I don't like growing stuff in plastics,
You don't have to do it in plastic.
What else are you gonna use? Lead?
Wood?
Wood? I
Hmm.
think that's worse.
It is?
For a hydroponic system, you can't use wood.
Oh, stone. It is. It's stone. That's what they did at the food bank.
You can't make a pipe out of stone.
No,
Stone won't hold
it's a,
water.
huh?
Stone's not gonna hold the water.
That's how they used to do pipes, using brick and concrete and stone. Yeah.
What? What are you
Like
talking about?
go look up
They
freaking.
used lead since ancient Rome for pipes. That's why they are all
But I
retarded.
don't know why you care about plastic anyway, and that's why they're all retarded like you.
Yeah, lead.
Anyway, I'm getting bored of this conversation. What's our next question? Oh, we haven't even
How do
asked
you
the next one.
how do you encourage risk taking or mistakes in children while still ensuring they know the limits? I don't encourage a lot of risk taking. I certainly don't encourage
You
mistakes.
encourage it by accident sometimes. Yeah, sure, go jump off that cliff into the water, Daisy. Daisy's jumping
She's jumping off the cliff into the
off!
water. I forgot to tell her to squeeze her butt. She's like, that really hurt my butt. I'm like, bad parent.
Yeah, I don't encourage risk taking.
I allow it, but I'm surprised when it. Okay, maybe I don't know my child as well as I think I
You thought you had Luke.
do.
Luke wouldn't even climb up there. He'd be like, no. Or really, he'd be like, no.
She was up there like 3 seconds. She looked over, went back, and jumped. I'm like, what the fuck?
No! It was a
Bad
heart-stopping
parent.
moment.
uh,
She was
so
young
scary.
too. She was a little thing. I mean,
Jesus. Yeah, I don't encourage it.
I said you
And I
encourage it
certainly
by
don't
accident.
encourage mistakes.
Yeah, but you encourage them to try new things.
Oh, yeah.
And mistakes can occur when you try something new.
Shouldn't. They can. You suck.
Like she mistakenly didn't squeeze her butt.
She didn't know. It's my fault. Yeah. I don't know. How do you encourage risk taking?
I don't have to. I have boys. I discourage it. Stop taking risks.
What risks do they take?
Jumping out of trees is one. I don't
The
know.
tree. That's it.
The
One
tree,
time
the
they
tree.
jumped out of a tree.
I send them off on their own. Go explore the yard, get lost, do something.
Yeah.
And that's how I encourage it. They have these playgrounds. I don't know
Send
if
them
they.
to the pool at the hotel by themselves. Take a risk. Apparently, there's child abductors there.
They weren't even that little.
I know.
I still think about that, and I'm just like, what was he gonna do?
um, Abduct them. Pretty sure that's what he was gonna do.
Do you think he had a weapon? That would be the only way he could abduct them. There were three of them.
I mean, they weren't that big. You could knock them out.
Each of them individually, they're just going to stand there and let him do it. And
They're
with
not that
what?
big.
It's not
Linus,
that e-
especially, was little.
it's not that easy to
With his
knock
hand.
people out.
Oh, yeah, it is.
You mean you
It's very
punch them
easy.
to knock them out?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's very easy to knock someone out.
I thought he might have a knife and he'd just have to hold it on one of them. The others would go
Mm,
then.
I don't know.
But he was offering them
Hopefully, we
money.
didn't find out.
I think he thought he'd just tell them, let's go do this. And they'd be like, okay.
Our parents have money, despite staying in this hotel.
Right. We're not poor. You see this classy hotel?
Whatever, it wasn't bad.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
We'll name the hotel unless they pay us. About that. You want to be a sponsor. Trust me. Actually, the hotel employees were really great.
They were on the ball. They were there before
Oh,
I
yeah.
got to him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. The police, however, mm-mm,
They're all in
pieces of
on it.
shit. Yeah. Anyway, don't make mistakes. That's how I encourage that. Don't do it.
But do try new things.
Yeah. If you're gonna do something, do it right the first time. How do you
Luckily,
balance encouraging creativity and independence with teaching responsibility and caution?
caution. You've never been cautious.
No, but I teach it.
Don't jump off that cushion. You're going to get impaled when the table flips over.
These are the things I see in my head all the time. I still see them. Every time she's walking across the room, all I see is danger. She's 16 years old. Everything bad that can happen all plays out. And so And then I yell at her about something. She's like, "What the fuck? I'm just walking.
I was
You need to be
only.
more careful when you walk. You didn't even look at that sharp edge near you." This is unconditional love.
I wish Aunt Nat was here. You're better when she's
Yeah.
around. He's not better, he's drunker.
He doesn't notice you walking. Oh, were you walking?
Are my eyes open?
Like the one time she actually did get hurt, and I was high. Like we'd smoked some weed, me and some friends that were here. And she actually hurt her ankle, like coming up the stairs. So she's like crawling up. It's like, Dad, I hurt my ankle. And she's like, the next day, she's like, all you did was like look at me. You didn't even say anything.
That's how you're supposed to react. Normally, you would have been like, "Oh my God, we need to go to the emergency room. My baby hurt her ankle."
I'm like, she's hurt.
And when Lane was little, I remember all his friends come running into the house. Miss Natalie, Lane hurt his ankle. He can't walk. I said, well, tell him to come here so I can look at
It's pretty funny.
it. He comes limping in. Like, I guess you can walk. Stop looking at your phone.
I was about to do something.
Stop about to doing something.
So, how do you balance encouraging creativity and independence?
I don't even understand how those go together. How
Yeah,
do you
those are
have to teach
completely different
caution
things.
and creativity? Like, be careful
Like
not to color the
responsibility.
wrong way. Don't poke yourself in the eye with the crayon.
I mean, I guess if you're teaching them to whittle,
Whittle away, whittle away.
don't whittle like this. Whittle like this.
Cutting with scissors.
Yeah,
Stop
that's
cutting
good.
your clothes.
You
Cut
have
the
no idea how much
paper.
I hate scissors.
I remember the teacher was mortified one time. She was like, I'm so sorry. Lane cut a hole in his shirt. And I didn't catch him in time. I'm like, yeah, I know it's Lane. Whatever.
Yeah,
He has other shirts. He'll be fine.
I'd make him wear the fucking shirt.
You don't have to make him. He wanted to wear it anyway. He's the one.
I wear clothes with holes in them, so you can too.
Right? I'd make him wear the shirt. Yeah, whatever. You're a boy.
we
They
were
don't give a shit. That might work on a girl.
I told you about the time we were driving up here and we stopped at the gas station, right? And I went inside to pay for the or to buy coffee, I think.
Mhm.
Um, and the lady's like, "Are you okay? Were you just robbed?" What? It's like, um, she just looked at me like, because I had holes in my shirt. The sleeves were like half off.
You used to wear those pants with the pocket just open, the flap open, and your underwear showing. Like, let's go. I'm ready. What are you doing?
I still have those pants.
You
Troy
do?
won't let me wear them anymore.
Good. Tell her to throw them away.
I hate buying clothes. They're so expensive.
I know.
It's annoying. Why do we even have to wear clothes?
I agree. I'm
I
done.
don't get it. Lane, blur the nipples. Don't understand.
God, I'm getting hot.
It's like the room I stayed in when I was in Thailand. All my Thai friends thought I was so poor because I stayed in this shitty little room with no windows. There's like a bed, a fan, like a bag with my clothes
What else do
in the
you need?
bathroom. Yeah. It's like I'm never in the fucking room anyway. Why would I spend more money?
When I lived on my own, all I had was a bed. I didn't have any other furniture.
Right. What's the point?
And then all
It
the
is all
little
this shit.
neighborhood kids start coming. Why in the hell did the neighborhood kids just start coming to my house?
Because you let them in.
Do they normally just knock on people's doors and try to come in? Is that normal?
Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah, you
The
have
little neighbor
one.
girl here does
Yeah.
it too. She's like the only kid. Like,
Our kids don't
don't you
do
have
that.
parents? I would never let Daisy do that. You're out of your
Yeah.
fucking mind. Yeah, just go into some random stranger's house. No. Caution. Remember caution.
We know personally about those strangers.
Weirdos. They're
The
all
weirdos.
weirdos. Yes. Some of them are related to us.
Grandma warned us about the.
Yeah.
I'll come out and make y'all soup.
Joy can make tom yum. I can teach him. You don't eat the lemongrass or the
You
galanga.
can if
You
it's
especially don't eat the
if it's
lemongrass or the
fresh
galanga.
galanga, it's good. You can eat it.
Not if you ain't got no teeth. I mean, the lemongrass, if it's sliced really thin, you can eat that too. But not if you don't have any
You
teeth.
can buy it shredded too. That's what I started doing, putting it in
Really?
shredded. Yeah.
No, I've never seen that.
It's in the Asian market in the frozen food section.
Hmm, interesting.
Mm.
Some places in Thailand, they'll cut it like at an angle and very thin. You can eat
Joy's
that.
like, you eat just like my father, because I chew the lemongrass.
Yeah, he's the one that told me you can eat it. Her father. You eat that. Look how thin it's sliced. You can eat it. Okay.
It's yummy. I feel like a cow.
Yeah, this is gonna take a while. When should you shift from discipline to encouragement for a child who's struggling with behavior or academic
I
tasks?
don't even understand why those two things have to be so disparate. Dis discipline and encouragement. Can't discipline also be encouragement?
Yeah, it is.
Do better, Smack. Do better, Smack. Yeah, disciplining and
Are you
encouraging.
encouraged? I'm encouraging you.
I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on what the struggle is, on whether or not they need discipline. And when you say like so there's so I guess when he says discipline, he means like negative, right?
Struggling with behavior. I mean, I'm not going to encourage you if you're being an asshole. I'm
But I
going to
might
just,
encourage you to be nicer.
yeah, by pinching you.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
How's it different? Yeah.
I think it's positive and negative reinforcement. He's getting that.
That's what I was thinking too. That's the only way I can read it.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have to look, like with behavior issues, you have to try to find the root cause too. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes there's a root cause for why they're acting the way they are. For instance, the kid that was bullying Lane. That kid that hit Lane, and I took Lane over to the kid's house and told his mom, your kid hit my kid with a stick, and I want to find out what we can do. And she calls her son in and says, yes, please. And says, you effing little asshole, get in here! Whack! And slaps him upside the head. What are you doing? And starts
But
screaming at her
you're,
son.
who cares? I don't care. You know,
I
if they're
care.
fucking with my child, I don't give two
No,
shits
no,
about
no, no.
why.
I'm not looking at the root cause for that kid necessarily, but I'm saying for my own, if my kid's bullying someone, I want to find out why, what's triggering him to act that way.
So why is Linus bullying people?
He's not. I think he's being bullied and just doesn't know it because he's so full of
I'm pretty sure he's a bit of a bully.
because you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to go
Mm,
see Daisy again. She's pretty good at putting him back in his place and telling him how to behave appropriately. He listens to her.
yeah. Yeah. They get along pretty well. Did he tell you he called her recently? They spoke again?
Yeah, we heard them talking. I mean, when he's
No.
talking on the phone, we assume it's Daisy because that's pretty much the only person he actually talks to on the phone. The rest it's texting.
Oh, really? I don't think you certainly don't shift from discipline to encouragement. I think you would only shift the other way. If there's positive reinforcement that's not working, then you go to negative. But you don't go from negative to positive. You little shit, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. And then, hey, everything's great. Try to be a good
Unless you
kid.
didn't know about positive reinforcement, like what is it they say? Give them stars when they do something right, you know, and just ignore the
Sure.
bad behavior.
No. Discipline your fucking children. That's part of the problem. Nobody disciplines their fucking kids anymore. They don't, you know?
You mean they don't give them negative reinforcement?
Right. They let them run around the restaurant. They let them bully other kids, you know? They let them talk back to the teachers, all this kind of
No,
shit. Like,
they do that stupid thing where it's like, well, I can't tell him how to feel. Those are his
yeah,
feelings.
fuck his feelings.
I'm like,
Fuck
you
your
can
feelings.
teach him to respect other people and their feelings.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it goes back to that other question, right? Like when it's a phase and this and that, and people make excuses like, oh, that's
Hmm.
just how he feels. He's in that phase. Like, no, you
Yeah,
still
no.
have to fucking discipline your goddamn child.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think it's great that they're going after the parents now for these school shootings and shit. Like, I think
I
it's
know.
fantastic.
I've always wondered, like, how are these
Yeah,
kids getting the guns? Where are the parents when the child has the gun? It's not like on
exactly.
the way to school they stopped and grabbed a gun and then shot up the school. No, they've had that gun. Yeah.
You can steal guns.
I
It's
know
been
you
known.
can, but the kid, if your mother was around, she would have known. If she was paying attention to you, she would have known you had a gun.
Well, she did know eventually.
But she should have known sooner. Daisy couldn't get away with that. Luke and Linus couldn't get away with that.
I wouldn't know if Daisy had. I mean, that's really it, right? Like they're not talking to their kids. They're not
Right.
a part of their
That's
lives.
why I
They,
said
they
you
have no
would
idea.
know.
Yeah.
You would
Oh
know.
yeah. Yeah.
She would tell you if her friend had one. Oh, my friend and I went, and she made us break into this car and steal a gun. Like,
Yeah. It'd
yeah.
be like, made you? Yeah.
I guess you're
You're
not allowed to
grounded.
have friends anymore. Give me the keys to the car. You're done. You are now 9 years old again.
That's right. You're
Hopefully, in the
finished.
next 6 years, you learn something. But it also goes back to instilling confidence and stuff like that in the
Yeah,
kids, too,
exactly.
right?
Well, and talking to your children,
And
being a
respect
part of their
for
lives.
others.
Yeah. I mean, Daisy tells me all kinds of shit about her friends that I'm like, I don't know, you should be telling me that.
I know. I don't agree with you not telling their parents some of it. But...
She's not going to tell me anymore. I don't care about them. I
Well,
care
then
about
tell
her.
their parents.
I don't care about them. I care about her and her relationship with me and that she trusts me. Anyway, hang on a minute. I gotta go tell Joyce.
You such a
Now I'm yawn.
liar.
No, I do.
Okay. Hurry up. Tell her faster.
I hear her banging around. It's our 21st anniversary.
Well, that's been too long.
Yeah, she's not get done with me if I don't go spend some time with her.
At least tell her I love you so.
Mhm.
We only have like 30 more minutes.
We're like on question number 3. We got the beautiful weather today. We're gonna go find a patio, sit on it, drink some drinks.
Oh, that
Oh,
sounds
maybe we can go
nice.
to a Mexican place. Yeah, they got good margaritas.
Mm,
Make Daisy pick us up.
that's a good idea.
Daisy always has to drive home from the restaurants. We went to that sushi den. I went to sake. Daisy, you're driving home. It's awesome. I don't even have to slow down. uh,
At what point do you focus more on building their confidence and encouraging effort
effort.
rather than
Are you
focusing?
struggling with that word? Encouraging.
No, it was off
Mm,
the screen.
F S effort effort. That's about to get hooked on phonics, y'all. Mm. Is there a bat in there? What's going on? You're
It's Jason. He brought me more coffee.
like,
Huh? What? Hurry up.
that coffee looks too
So
black.
you ask the question.
Let me see if I can read it. Uh, uh.
Maybe my coffee is too black.
At what point do you focus more on building their confidence and encouraging effort rather than focusing solely on correction?
I don't think you should ever focus solely on correction.
Agreed.
I think the
Everything you do is wrong. Daisy might say that's how I live.
slap your hands. Slap your hands. Oh wait, maybe I'll encourage you a little bit. Do you have any confidence now?
I mean, I'm not best with encouraging rather than
That's what I'm
correcting.
for. You need
Yeah.
encouragement, call Aunt Nat. That reminds me, I've
I
been
do it.
encouraged Daisy lately. I need to send her her affirmation.
You do. I've been bitching at her lately because she's not studying for her SAT.
You don't study for the SAT, you just know it.
I'm talking about Daisy. Be nice.
Daisy just knows it.
Nope. No,
Yep.
she doesn't.
Yes, she does.
Her scores beg to differ.
You said it was fine. She hasn't done the SAT before.
She did the PSAT.
And she got a good score.
It wasn't good.
It was over 1100, and that was in 8th grade.
That was no. The most recent one she took was like 1,000 something. And that was this grade. It was not good.
That's weird because she reads a lot. Maybe she just needs help with test taking.
Yeah, that's what I mean by studying. Taking sample tests and that kind of
Well, you gotta quit goofing off and be a parent for once. Go give her some sample test. Y'all do them
thing.
together. Let's see
I'm
how
just
well
gonna
you
focus
score.
solely on correction for her, not for me. Bitch, do better.
1000's not bad.
Not good.
What's the average?
I don't know. She messed up on the math part of all things.
Well, she'll probably 1050 is the average.
Yeah, so she was about average. I don't
That's
remember the
good.
exact score.
Average
It's
is
not
fine.
good. Average ain't good. See? You and your bullshit.
But but PSATs are harder than the SAT.
God damn, Natalie. The bubble you live
It's true. I do live in a bubble.
in. So yeah, you build their confidence when they do well. You do a good job. Hey, great job.
Or when they
And they
need
build
it.
your confidence. If you suck,
Or
then you focus on correction.
sometimes by building them up, it makes them want to meet that goal. She thinks I'm this, I better try to get there.
Yeah, I don't know that that's true.
It's true. Or I'll tell you how to get her to do well and study for it. Tell her if she makes over 1200, you'll give her $200.
200. I was thinking 20.
I was gonna say what, 500? 200.
I teach her about budgeting too. I'm looking at
Fine.
she said she wants to
I'll
get a
tell her
job.
that. I'll pay her if she gets a high score.
When she gets a job, I'm going to test her out with a credit card. I think, like for her own personal budgeting.
What, how does she pay for gas now?
She uses my credit card for gas. I
Yeah.
pay for her gas.
Yeah.
But
So
no,
she
I mean,
has
but
uh,
now she has a debit card in her bank account for
uh
her own personal stuff.
yeah.
Um, but I want her to get used to using a credit card and build some credit that way, and
Yeah,
learn
you
how
just
to
add her to one of
actually budget.
yours and she can build credit using yours.
No, 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 no. I'm
Uh,
talking about her managing her own money. Like,
I mean, that's a start because they have the listen before you start knowing me. The
no,
I
no,
think
no, no.
I think Chase has one where you can get the card for your child or whatever, but you set the limit on it. so they can't spend more than a certain amount, but that way you can monitor how they're using it and you can make them pay it off too and have
Yeah.
access
Yeah.
to it. The same way with her
That's what I
debit.
mean.
Yeah.
But it's
But
her.
it's
You said use your card. That's not my
no,
card.
no, but it's still
That's
under your
her.
account.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna get one in her name where
Yeah,
she can
that's what
spend
I meant.
extra on it.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
I'm worried about it because I know she'll.
Go crazy
Yeah. I suspect she won't go crazy, but she'll borrow on a credit card, and
and not
that's the
have the
real
money to
lesson that
pay it
I'm
right
trying to
back
teach
off.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like that's the lesson.
Right.
Don't ever do that ever. If you think you're gonna do that, just don't get a credit card. Just don't do it.
Yeah, you could just get one in her name and keep it.
Yeah, because I didn't have a credit card forever until I was. When did I get one? I think when I moved to Cleveland and had that job.
Oh, I got
And that was
I
for
got them
points.
right off the bat when I turned 18 and got a job and I maxed them out and screwed everything up. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
It's
remember,
a
I
real
don't
danger,
it
Like,
is when used to when we were in college, they'd have the credit card people there on
oh yeah,
campus.
that's right. Yeah.
I think they did
Oh
away with
yeah, you
that. They
can
don't
buy
do
this.
that.
You can buy.
Yeah.
Fuck. I think when he was 16, he got that Sears card and bought
Yeah.
all this shit.
Yeah.
I remember the
My
Sears
first one
charge
was a
card
J.C.
or whatever.
Penney one. Yeah.
Because they'd always show that, like the stuff to buy, like, oh, here's the price, but you could pay this per month or whatever. Like, oh wow, it's cheap. So you got to teach them, like at
Yeah.
a young age, like
Yeah.
fear credit cards.
And what helps too is showing them this is what you're actually going to end up paying.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think it's worth that?
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I don't know if you. I think everyone should talk to their kids about that shit. Like, it's
That's a good
predatory in
idea.
nature. Like to,
Yeah. That's a good idea.
yeah. But Lane hasn't had those kind of problems, has he? Credit cards and stuff.
He's only had one credit card in his name and he pays it off. So
Yeah.
I
I mean, that's
guess
all you do.
when
Pay it off.
he moved out on his own, he had a balance on it. He came to me last year and asked for help.
Really.
Hmm.
But he doesn't anymore.
He's not using it anymore.
Okay. I mean, that's what mom taught us was never get a credit card, just never use one.
Yeah. I
But
told
there are
him use
good
it for a
reasons
little
now.
purchase and then pay it off just to keep it in good standing, you know.
Well, pay it off every month. Just set it on auto pay. But that requires a different level of discipline with your spending than looking at your debit card, your bank account, right? Oh, I don't have the money, I can't spend it. That's easy. Credit card, you have to kind of
It's
think
not
about
that
your spending a
easy.
little bit.
It's not that easy
It's not.
because, yeah, you can't just look at what's in your bank account and say, this is how much money I have, because if you have bills coming out of it, that's not really how much money
Right,
you
right.
have.
They don't have any bills at this age.
No, but I have bills.
Yeah, I'm not talking about you. Maybe we should talk about you.
I'm talking about my husband who doesn't have access to our bill pay account.
Jeez. I married a frugal person,
I
so
know.
we're good. She's very cautious with money.
I know. Y'all both are.
Yeah,
It's a good thing to have.
yeah, yeah. We work well at that level. But we also have separate bank accounts. You did that now, right, Jason?
Oh, yeah. We have totally
Like,
separate ones.
yeah. A lot of people still never do that.
I know. It's
And I'm
weird,
like,
right?
I don't know how you live.
I
Like
don't
me and
either.
Joy we were
We'd
married
be
what, 7 months
arguing about money
before we
all
did
the
that?
time. Like, we would.
We did all the time until we did that. And then we're like, yeah, that's your money, that's mine. Of course, now she just spends all mine. But
She's
it's
probably got a ton of money.
she's all right. she's doing all right.
And she has her
She'll take me
pocket.
out for Father's Day and my birthday and pay for the meal.
That's awesome. Remember, Papa used to borrow from Grandma.
Yeah, that's right.
He'd write it
Yeah.
on a piece of paper, I owe you, blah, blah, blah. Or I owe Josie. He borrowed from her to buy me my first car.
Did he really?
Yeah.
And he bought me that motorcycle for $200.
I don't think he borrowed for that. He had it.
No, I think he had it. I
Yeah.
was just shocked. Just, wait, you're
Grandma and
buying
Papa
this?
both were ready to spoil me and you.
Yeah,
We didn't
yeah.
really take advantage of that, though.
Mm-mm. No, that's good. We shouldn't have.
Mm-mm. But we
Yeah,
appreciated them.
I was blown
Yeah.
away. What are you doing? Why are you buying a motorcycle?
That was
Let's lift it
funny.
up, put it in the truck. What are you doing?
If one of us wanted something, we'd send the other one to tell the grandparent. Remember?
That's right.
We had
Yeah.
a system. So we never asked for it ourselves.
Yeah. They were really good, those.
Hmm.
I wonder if they felt sorry for us because of mom.
I don't think so. I think
No.
they genuinely loved us.
Right. Maybe. Has to be an angle, Natalie.
That's funny because Papa was very good at building our confidence, and Grandma was very good at disciplining.
I mean, that's where the pinch came from.
And the fly swatter.
That's right. I forgot about the fly swatter on the back of the legs. Ow.
Or just screaming at us in Spanish.
I don't remember her screaming at us that much. I remember her screaming, but not usually at us.
Well, it wasn't at you.
I just got milk and cookies.
Why would you let your brother do that? I wasn't there.
Mm. All right. How do you decide which behaviors are worth addressing and which are more appropriate to let slide? That's a
You
good
always
question.
let the good behavior slide.
Yeah, mostly, mostly. Daisy comes back with a 95. I'm like, what did you get wrong?
That's what I did
I,
with Luke.
I always do that. 95? Why isn't it 100?
He
Fuck
got
is wrong with you?
the perfect score on the math part of the PSAT, and I'm like, so what do you
What
think
about the
about
verbal?
that? That was funny. What do you think about that, Luke? He's like, I need to study the English. I know. I'm like, I thought about saying something. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll
It's a
let it
good
go.
answer. Yeah. But I think this is more about the negative. People are even like, they're so shitty. They're so shitty. It's okay, it's all a joke. Everything's
Joking, joking.
which are more appropriate. That I struggle with that. Well, I don't struggle with it. Joy struggles.
Yeah, I don't
She
struggle
thinks
with it.
everything's the fucking world's end, like I don't know. And pick something. Like she didn't put her socks in the right bin or something.
Yeah, I
Like
probably let a lot slide.
you do, yeah. But she's I don't know. She doesn't know when to
How
let
to
it go.
pick and choose.
Yeah.
So that's the
Yeah.
question
Choose your
then.
battles. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So this is what I told Jason one time. I'm like, just try to go 1 week without saying something negative to the kids. Like,
You should have
well,
started with
I
one
started with
day.
1 day. I did. I started with one
Yeah.
day. Just go a whole day and don't get on to them. See if you can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's no reason that you should have to get onto your child every single day. You should be able to have a day. And if it's that hard and they're doing stuff wrong, then probably you should be spending a little more time with them. So
Yeah.
make that a day that
Yes.
you're hanging out and spending time doing something, like playing board games or something with them. And
Yeah.
don't get on to them with how they played the board game or how they arranged their Monopoly money. Like,
Hmm? Does someone do that?
yeah, our
Get on to them
mother,
about how they arrange their
our
monopoly?
mother put
I
it
don't
in
remember that.
stacks like if it's make it just so. Whereas Linus had just this big jumble pile of crap in the
That would
middle.
annoy me.
I know. You have to bite your tongue and not say anything. It's a
I would say
freaking game.
something. I
I
wouldn't
know.
bitch at them, but I'd be like, "Fuck are you doing? Who does that?
And
You're a weirdo."
Luke's already getting on to him because he has his precisely arranged, and Linus's is getting into Luke's way. Get your crown back over.
I'd just steal from him if he was that scrappy. I'll teach you a lesson. You got no 500s anymore. Whatever.
Let's play Clue now. This is where we teach lessons.
Yeah.
What are you writing down, Mom? We're not even talking to you.
I'm writing down what I think you showed him. Maybe. With a little question mark by it.
And on the next round, I'll find out for sure what you showed him and erase the question mark.
That's right. Because I'll send two things I know in my hand.
I remember the first time I did that, and everyone's all confused. Did you win, Mom? Like,
No.
maybe, but I'm not guessing yet.
I'm not making an
I'm giving
accusation.
you a
I'm just
chance.
I'm just learning. Yeah. Clue's a lot of fun. I want to play that again now.
Me too.
I haven't played it in a while.
I found the video game one.
The VCR one?
Yes, it's on, I think it's a
Oh my
YouTube
God.
video. Like someone put it out
Really?
there. Yeah.
They did a
We'll have to do
community
that
episode with
when we
something
come
like
out
that.
together again. We'll all play it. That one was so much fun.
In community, they did one of those VCR game episodes about that.
Of Clue.
No, not Clue. It was like a
Oh.
made up game. It was
Oh, okay. That's
hilarious.
funny.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. So the way to tell what's appropriate to let slide is if it's not hurting anybody, let it slide. If it's not doing them harm or other people harm, you can probably let it slide.
Maybe, maybe. Back to social norms. You have to teach them that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Some of
That's
it,
not doing anyone any harm, but you can't just go around cussing in school.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to me, that is doing harm because it hurts their feelings.
Whatever. Yeah, I don't know how I decide.
I mean, I think that's a okay rule of thumb to base it on harm, doing harm, or hurting people.
Or not fitting in.
I don't care if they fit in.
They need to fit in.
At what age should children begin to understand consequences for their actions? I was going to say one.
As soon as they're out of the birth canal, what are you crying about? I'll give you something to cry about.
When they start walking and grabbing, that's when they understand
Yeah.
there's consequences.
Yeah, when they can move, right? You can tell, like when they're smart enough to know stuff. Like,
Can
yeah,
you? I can assume. Otherwise, I'll ask them, "Are you stupid?"
you fucking idiot. Daisy grew up thinking her name was idiot.
Therefore, she was always trying.
That's
Yeah, that was an easy
right.
question.
Yeah, well, as soon as possible. What's the best way to introduce the concept of consequences at various developmental stages?
Yeah.
This
Oh,
helps.
yeah. That really
Yeah,
is the best way.
it is the best way.
I do, I think so. Like
Physical pain.
other parents are like, you can't spank them in public, and you can't do this, and you can't, but you can
That's right.
pinch them.
Yep,
Nobody
nobody will
knows.
know.
Mm-mm. They just
You
see
can
a
still discipline your fucking children.
crying child.
That's right. I mean, children cry.
Hmm.
Shit, Daisy cried for the first 9 months of her life if she was awake. There's nothing to do with spanking. She just woke up and cried all the time.
That's how Lane was too.
Yeah,
Thought he was
horrible.
always crying.
Terrible fucking kids.
Just remember, parents, if you're a parent of an infant, it will get better. It will.
Some of them have great fucking
You'll
kids.
get
They
to
sleep all
sleep
the time. They
again.
wake up. They're sweet. They coo. They're like, ooh.
You can
Like,
count
fuck
down the
you, kid.
days, you know. If you can make it through the first 9 months, then okay, you'll get to
Yeah,
sleep. Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
Don't kill the child and don't kill your wife. It's not worth it. Don't get divorced.
Definitely don't get divorced.
Yeah,
Not then. Wait. You can get divorced later.
yeah. There'll be plenty of reasons down the road.
And don't make the baby the reason.
Yeah,
Was that the answer to the question?
I think so. I think I answered
I
that. How do children's emotional states like tiredness, hunger, or frustration affect their behavior, and how should that influence discipline? Well, this is one that you and I will disagree on
Hmm. Yeah, let's
because
fight it
you're
out.
always like, he's just hungry. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You still got to act right.
And I say, give him food and he will act right.
And I say, he better act right if he wants fucking food.
I say, good luck with that.
I don't give excuses. I mean, it's like the first question we talked about, right? It's a stage of development. This is a stage of how they're feeling, whatever. Like if I'm hungry and I go to work and I start screaming at people, I'm like, oh,
You
fuck you
can't
and
even
fuck you.
say any you
Like,
can't even say anything because y'all followed Daisy around with a spoon and rice her whole life. Like, eat,
not
eat.
y'all, not y'all, but whatever. I mean,
You
then
never
feed your
got to
fucking kids on time.
experience it.
Then that's on you as well.
Yeah, I agree. It's on me. It's my
Yeah,
fault.
but it's not an excuse. Being hungry is not an excuse to treat other people poorly.
Yeah, but that's one reason why they may have meltdowns and start crying for no reason and stuff like that. I'm not going to say it's an excuse for him hitting someone or something, but if he's,
Talking shitty to people, not hitting, but being a little asshole.
yeah, he does get
It's,
assholey when he's
it's
hungry.
not an excuse. You still
Hmm.
got to act right,
I mean,
I
some
think.
of it comes with age too. When they're little kids, they don't know why they feel that way. Even as teenagers, so this gets to that part too. What about, which, no, you had to deal with it. All our kids became assholes when they started going through puberty.
Yeah, that's the stage of, but we didn't stop disciplining them. I didn't
No,
excuse it because they're
no,
in
but
that
I did
stage.
explain to them why they may be feeling anger or sadness for no reason.
Sure. And it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but when they're 4 or 5 years old, they don't necessarily understand how those two things relate.
I guess I'm not thinking about 4 or 5 years old. So let's
Hmm.
talk about this end stages, right? Like, yeah, if you're hungry,
Hmm.
you might be whiny when you're 5, but if you're whiny when you're 13, no.
Yeah, that's a part of, to me, that's a part of being self-aware. So you should be raising your children to be aware of themselves and their emotions because there's a lot of people like you were like talking about, just stating what the emotion is. I'm feeling angry right now, right? There's a lot of people that won't do that, that they don't even think about it and they'll deny it.
Yeah, that's
you
right.
know. Yeah.
I don't know who you're talking about, but I've never met anyone like that.
So raise them to be self-aware so then they realize I'm feeling irritable and it's probably because I haven't eaten. you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And vocalize that because it does
Hmm.
help.
Hmm.
I've heard.
Yeah. So I
So,
mean it's part of raising them. So yes, their emotional states can affect their behavior, but make them aware of that fact. That's the first
well,
stage.
and make them understand that it's not okay.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
not okay
Right.
to
Hmm.
inflict on other people because you're fucking hungry or because
Right.
you're tired, right? Like,
But I think when they're aware of it, then they're more likely to be able to control it too. Like, sorry, I'm feeling irritable because I haven't eaten. Let me go eat something. Like,
mhm.
you know. Or can we have
we
this
agree.
discussion later after
We
I've
agree.
eaten?
It's not an excuse.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But I do think it's something that they have to be taught.
yeah. To understand
Yeah.
how their emotions
And I think
impact.
being self-aware also helps with self-confidence too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mhm. I remember when Lane was, what was he, like 7 years old and doing the dishes, and he was like, I told him, go do the dishes, Lane, and he starts slamming them in the dishwasher. Bam, bam, bam. And I look up at him. He's like, I'm sorry, Mom. There's no reason for it. I just didn't want to do the dishes, so I'm feeling upset right now. Just ignore me.
Stop slamming shit around.
He did after he said it,
Hmm,
after he made the
good.
statement.
Yeah. I mean, Joy still does that. She's mad at me. Bang, bang, bang.
Jason does that too.
And half the time I'm like, what did I do? What are you mad about? You don't know? I have no fucking
I
idea.
know. Jason will walk out of the room and slam the door, and I'm like, you've been there when he's done that. And we're like, what the?
Yeah. What's he mad about? We weren't even talking to you or about you.
Or about you.
And someone will be like, he talked to you. Like, oh. We were fucking talking. I'm not gonna stop.
Learn to get louder like we do. Or join
Yeah,
into the
most
conversation we're having.
most of the time I have no idea why she's mad.
Yeah, me too.
And it takes me. I gotta go hug her and kiss her, and then she's fine. Like you still don't know what you did. Man, I'm sure it was something really
Sometimes I don't want to
bad.
do the huggy kissy thing. I'm just annoyed. Like I'm annoyed because he's mad and I don't know why.
I get that way very rarely.
Hmm.
Very usually I just do the hugging. Joy's really sweet, so she's easy to hug
Oh,
and
it's
kiss.
easy with Jason too. As soon as I do
Yeah.
that, he's not mad anymore.
Hmm. Yeah. So I don't mind
Hmm.
doing that, but most of the time I don't know if she's pissed off. Whatever.
Maybe you need to quit thinking about yourself so much.
I
And
would
look at
not
what's
tell her
happening around you.
that. I would not say that to
I know, I know. Delete it, Lane.
her. No, leave that in.
She's
That's
never
fine.
gonna watch this.
No, God, no. I hope not. Jesus, we're like halfway through. We should do this as part two next
That's
week.
what I said.
Oh, you
This
did?
is gonna be a two-parter. Yeah, we are only halfway through.
No. That's a stopping point.
These are good questions. I think we
They
should
are.
make it a part two.
We're going to do a part two.
Because it's his anniversary and we can't go on for 5 hours
That's right. I'm about as drunk as I need to be for my anniversary
anymore,
until
and
we go out later.
any more drunk, and I'll know why she's mad.
That's right. Yeah. Be the same reason as last week, except now it's our anniversary, so it'll be really bad. 21 years she's put up with me. That's crazy.
I know, you're so lucky. I don't know how
I
she
know.
does it.
She's a sweetie.
She's amazing.
It's because I hug her and I say, "Oh, what's wrong? Why are you mad?" You don't know?
Mm, I
I don't know.
know, and I love you, and I love you, and I
She's cute.
know.
Yeah.
Please forgive me.
I'm sorry. I know what I did. Of course I
Do you do it in a baby
know.
voice? I love you, Grandma. I mean,
It's akin to that. Jesus. You don't always marry your mom.
sometimes it's your grandma.
Christ.
All right, y'all
uh,
have fun.
yeah, we will. You too. I love you, sis.
Love you too.
Bye.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Everything we say is a joke.